Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here in London. I'm in my sister's garden right next to the river. I'm not in a cage. This is just a wire fence to keep the children from jumping in the lake, or the river I should say. So here I am, still jet lagged, but I'm here nonetheless. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for coming, and I really hope that you enjoy these readings and that you keep coming back. And if you're coming back, thank you. You're the reason I do this. Thank you so much. Anyway, so let's okay, so I just have to do my sales pitch, darling. These readings that I do are, first of all, it'll be for the 2nd of July through the 8th of July. And last week in the intro I said happy birthday Cancer because it's Cancer season, so it confused everyone. So I'll wait till I get to the Cancer reading before I say happy birthday. This is for your Sun, Moon and Rising. I'll have all the links to the other videos below in the See More section. Also, this is a private reading, guys. So if you would like a personal reading, if you click on this, you can get a personal, or find out how to get a personal reading through that link. And also thank you for all those that got readings from me on Instant Go. It was amazing. I actually did 2 last night at 1 at 3:45 in the morning. I was completely jet lagged. 3:45 UK time. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Now, another way to support me is through Patreon, and that link will be right here. And you can click on that. I have varying reward levels, and I do posts just specifically for Patreons that I don't usually do for, regular, for everyone. So, let me see what else. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. So now the astrological report for the week. So on the 4th of July, this is for the 4th through the 8th. On the 4th of July, happy Independence Day, America. You're independent from us. Oh, actually, I'm American, so I can't even say that anymore. I'm now American. Wednesday, on Independence Day, Mercury in Leo opposes Mars in Aquarius. What does that mean now? So Mercury, the planet of intellect, thought, communication and technology, is in Leo. Now that's like creative thought, it's all about identity. So it's creative thinking, right? And it's opposing Mars, the planet of war, action, in Aquarius, which is humanitarian, social. So what this means, Mars is retrograde technically, but really it's kind of stationary. A planet has to go into a stationary position before it can change direction, right? You slow down and then you go in another direction. So Mars is still a bit stationary right now. So what that does is it enhances all the energies. So I think on the negative side, we could have some challenging communications issues, some kind of miscommunication. And on the positive side, we could have some really incredible creative ideas of what to do next or where to go next. Now on the 5th, the Sun in Cancer is Cancer is about the home, it's about family, it's about nurturing, it's about intuition, and that is going to that's in a really positive connection to Jupiter in Scorpio. Now Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Scorpio is the planet of Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth and secrets and power and control, right? So this is in a positive aspect. Now it's also in a positive aspect. So Scorpio is a water sign, right? Cancer's a water sign because the Sun's in Cancer. And it's also, the Sun in Cancer is also in a positive aspect to Neptune in Pisces, another water sign. Neptune is the planet of illusion and dreamlike and spirituality, the unseen, the intangible. So this and Pisces is the water sign, another water sign. Oh, everything, it's a bit it's a bit windy here. I hope you can hear me properly. I've got my mic showing here because it needs to be closer to me so that you can hear. So this is what we call in astrology, we call this a grand water trine. Now, what does that mean? That means that we could really have, and a trine is a very positive aspect, so we could have, you know, it's going to be emotional, guys. We are also coming up to the eclipse, don't forget, the eclipse season, and we have a new moon eclipse a new moon lunar eclipse at the end of the month, towards the end of the month. So we're kind of feeling these energies. Eclipses are all about releasing, right? So we could have some really healing kind of emotional experiences, and with close family and close relationships, our friendships whom we can consider as family. So I think this could be a very positive healing experience, and the release of emotions, so that we can actually release it and allow it to go over. So I think that this is a wonderful healing opportunity. So that's all I want to say for the astrology report today, and let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello Taurus, and welcome to your reading for July the 2nd through July the 8th, and I'm here in sunny London. I'm so happy. This is a beautiful day. It's perfect. There's a lovely breeze, and I have the river behind me. I hope that the swans come past for you. I really do. And I am in the centre of London, although you wouldn't gather it, so there may be noises in the gardens elsewhere, and there's a huge park a couple of blocks away, so there's a festival going on there, so you may hear noises from that, and just pre-warning you. So the first card out for you guys is the 8 of Air. Taurus, this means that you're really feeling trapped. You're either feeling trapped in a job, trapped in a relationship, trapped in some kind of a situation. But this air is the intellect, right? It's the mind, it's the brain, not the mind, it's the brain. And this is an illusion. So you're thinking you have no power, and that you can't survive. Perhaps you're in a relationship and you think you can't survive without the other person, and you're just in it because of financial issues perhaps, or you're in a job and you don't believe that you can get a better job, and you're putting up with things that don't make you feel great. Some kind of situation that you are in, even perhaps in an apartment that you're stuck in, that you feel stuck in, and you don't think you'll get something of the same value for the same amount. So whatever this is for you, as this is a general reading, this is an illusion. It's about, because in the traditional deck, it's about, there's a woman with a blindfold on, stuck with 8 swords around her, and if she took the blindfold off, she'd be able to see a way out. There is always a way out, Taurus. And it's just about looking at the truth in the situation. It's about getting out of your head, and it's about looking around. liveinthesolution.com. Now, clarifying it, you've got the 7 of Wands. So I have a feeling that you've got some kind of battle going on. And when I say battle, I mean, one of the cards flew out. So flew out of the pack because it's kind of windy here. So the 7 of Wands, this is about handling a situation that's potentially combative, right? But coming from a higher perspective. So it's almost about being creative. It's about standing your ground. You can compromise, but don't compromise your values. So don't be a doormat. It's not about just saying yes to please the situation, to placate it. It's not. It's going to come back and bite you on the bum again. So you don't want that. You must handle this, but handle it kind of spiritually. It's about looking at the situation, what's best for everyone, but that might be what's best for you. So don't, I kind of had to do that for myself today. I felt obliged to go along with someone to an event, and then I thought, well, why? I would rather be here with you guys in this magical garden, doing this, connecting with spirit and guides, and giving this guidance, passing it on. This to me is, I don't have to please someone. I don't have to go to something that I'm really not interested in going to please someone else. I had to stand my ground. It wasn't easy because I felt bad, but sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to, don't back down and do what you think is right. But do it in the least combative way as possible, in the kindest way. Really try to be kind when you do this, or when you handle this situation. But don't avoid the situation, and don't avoid the conflict. But try not to be conflictual, try not to be combative when you do it. And then you've got the 8 of fire. This is like fast energy coming in. A lot of things are happening all at once, and it's kind of, sometimes this can feel overwhelming, but it's a good busy. It's busy, but it's a good busy. So good things are happening. You've got 2 8s. When I see 8s like this, I think of balance too, right? And I also think of the infinity sign, because an 8 is the 2, circles, the never-ending loop, right? And then also that's on its side. And then when you think of the 2 circles balancing on top of each other, I always think 8 is balance too. So think about the balance in your life as well. But the 8 of fire is really kind of, passion, and a lot of things are happening, and it's a good busy, is what I'm saying. But you've got the 9 of swords clarifying it. And this is saying, listen, you're in your head. This can also is known as the drama queen card. Because you're so in your head thinking of the worst case scenario that you lose sleep, and you're worried so much, and you're like, oh, what if, and that's exhausting, Taurus. This is crazy. It's like you've got to quieten that mind. This is something where you're waking up all the time, you're dreaming, you're not sleeping, you're constantly, this is obsessive thinking is what it is. So you are being asked to, bring balance into your life. Stop, get out of your head. This is the monkey brain. It really is. I feel that you might have a bit of a difficult week, but it's really your choice whether it's difficult or not. You can go down the road of obsessive thinking and thinking that you're trapped and all those negative thoughts, or you can handle a situation in a spiritual way, stand up for your rights, but don't be aggressive or combative. And you've got the King of Water. I feel that you've got help. And look, he looks like Neptune, right? This is the Grand Water Trine. There are a lot of emotions going on. You can get the help that you need. Help is coming in for you. This is like, he's the counselor, right? The King of Water is the quintessential counselor. He's there to lend an ear. He will help you. It's like you've got to ask him for help, right? You've got to let him know that you need the help. But clarifying it, you've got the 7 of Swords, which is, I feel that you're kind of lying. You're lying to yourself, or you're lying to somebody else. I feel that this is denial. You're kind of in a bit of denial. You've got a lot going on, and you're lying to yourself and perhaps others because you're really believing the lie, right? I feel that you've got to take a step back, Taurus, and you've really got to look at your situation. You've got to quieten your mind. You've got 2 7s, and 7s are about introspective. It's about going inside. It's about clearing the mind. I feel that when you quieten the mind and you clear it, you will have a clear path forward. When you're in your head, And this is like, you know, lying to yourself about the worst case scenario. You're just, this negativity is taking over. Don't allow that to take over this week. It's negative. And there is help out there. First of all, wonderful, fast things are happening for you. And this is about asking for help, asking for guidance from someone a little more experienced, and who can give you real truthful advice. And it's about hearing that truth, and it's about understanding that truth, and understanding how you've been in your head and lying to yourself. You know, you're not trapped, Taurus. You really have to come out of that. Look, all that's going to happen this week is so easily fixed. It's about you, and it's about you controlling your own thought patterns and responding as opposed to reacting. So it's about self-discipline, self-control, and you can really be the calm in the storm. I mean, you think of those bulls that are just in the field, just very placid, going along, very happy. But if somebody kind of puts a stick in them, they lose it, right? They go, you know, if somebody pokes a stick at them, they just lose it. Well, bring that control in. Things are, it's the ball's in your court, darling. You can control your situation. You are not trapped. Remember that, you are not trapped. Now, we are going to pull a romance angel card first for Taurus, single Taurians, and then we will pull one for partnered Taurians. So let's see. Oh, there it is, straight away. So this is for single Taurus. This is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Now, this is showing a couple, but this is saying to me, definitely you've got to meditate. You've got to really quieten this mind. This, you know, nothing can come in for you until you quieten that mind and understand that you're not trapped, right? That you are free. You're a free spirit. You are trapping yourself. So this is about retreat. This is about going inside. Sometimes it's about just going into the country and being in nature. That's very freeing, and it really takes you out of your head too. Stay away from your electronics. Don't be a slave to your phone, you know. Now, let's pull a card for partnered Taurians. What wonderful blessings, guidance, and gifts do the romance angels have for partnered Taurus? What do we have? What wonderful blessings. There it is. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So sometimes this is about just spending quality time with your partner. This is about, because sometimes we go about our own lives and we just take for granted that our partner's there, not understanding they have needs. So they need to be with us. We need to spend time with them. We need to open ourselves up vulnerably to each other, to reconnect with that deep love that we felt once, because sometimes we lose it along the way. It's about reconnecting. It's about sharing our innermost feelings with each other to deepen that bond. Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, and comment. I read every comment. If you know someone who has a birthday, please write it in the comment below, and I'd be happy to share that for you in next week's readings. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. All the babies, look at them. How old do you think they are, Kathleen?
For a personal reading, please go to www.liveinthesolution.com.
They're at the ugly duckling stage.
Maybe 4 weeks. I really think they're ugly.
No, I'm just saying that because of the
No, I know.
story.